Another video of mine. So today I will be sharing with you guys a recipe of how to do your lasagna, or I should say this is my way of doing my lasagna, and it's very simple, easy to make. So I am using about 2 pounds of ground beef, and I am going to use the marbled jack cheese. So I will be shredding this cheese up. I'm not going to use the whole thing, maybe half or a little bit more of the half. And in this plate, this is the Monterey Jack cheese as well. And I do have an onion. I'm not going to use the whole onion, maybe half of it. We're just going to dice it up really small. And for my spices, I will be adding garlic powder, basil, and some smoked paprika and parsley. And for our meat, I will be using the Lori seasoned salt, some minced garlic, and for our sauce, I will be using the marinara sauce. So this is the ingredients that I will be using, and as you can see, I have my lasagna package right here. So yeah, guys, before I start the process, I do have a pot filled half of water for our lasagna. So I will be leaving that to a boil kind of process. But first, I'm going to start doing my ground beef. So let's get started with that. So we have our onion chopped. Now we're just going to transfer it to our pan that we're going to use for our ground beef. And I have it on a kind of in a medium-high heat. Okay guys, basically we are going to cook this meat until it gets kind of like that brown color or darker color. And I know this meat is going to let a lot of fat of the ground beef. So once it does that, obviously we are going to drain the oil out of it. So we're just going to give it a few minutes until it turns to that color you want and drain our oil. Transferred my meat out and I drained the oil. So now we are going to put this back into our pan. But first we are going to add a tablespoon of minced garlic. Just gonna add a little bit more because I'm gonna fill it up. Okay, kind of like in a high medium heat. I'm gonna add another tablespoon, so we'll make it 2 tablespoons. So now we're going to add our meat. Back into our pan. And just mix it so it could get your kind of like the garlic flavor in there. So basically we are going to keep cooking this meat for about 5 more minutes, or until it kind of like caramelizes color. So just gonna leave it here for a few more minutes and we'll be back to it. Okay, after about 10 to 12 minutes of leaving this on, I'm going to add my sauce. Here's my sauce, and I'm just going to add it. And I'm just going to add the other half of my sauce. So let's just mix it all in there. Now that this is already mixed in together, we are going to add our spices. And I am using the garlic powder, so I'm just going to drizzle some garlic powder in there. Next, I'll be doing the Lori seasoned salt to give your meat flavor. Next, I will be doing about 1 tablespoon of the paprika and basil. I'm gonna add that in there. So we're just going to mix it all together. And last, I will add my parsley flakes. And this is optional if you guys want to add parsley flakes. Mix it all in there. So now we're just gonna, I'll just leave it in for maybe a minute just to simmer in, so it could get all those flavors in there, and then turn off our heat, set it aside. Then we can start on our lasagna. I do have my pot here halfway with water. This is gonna be for our lasagna. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt and black pepper to our water. Salt and black pepper just to give it flavor. Going to add our lasagna in there. I already have my water kind of like preheated already to a boil. So we're just gonna add these in there. Eventually they will start to kind of like not shrink but get softened, and they will go a little lower to the water. But we're just going to keep an eye on these, because once they start to kind of cook, we're going to take them out. These are done. We don't want to overcook them because we still are putting them into our oven. So I left them in there for like about 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, like this. Oops. Now I'm just going to put these in a plate. Try to put them flat. Can't do it with one hand. Let me show you guys real quick. So this is how we want them. Separate them. Do not like put them in bulks or like all messed up, because they're going to be hard to untangle. So now we're going to add our first base, which is going to be the ground beef with the sauce. Okay. Okay, we're going to put this first. So we're just going to spread it out as much as you can. Okay, I'm not going to cover it all the way, just like this is perfect. Now we're going to add our pasta, which is a lasagna, and do it this way, because mine is kind of long. If you had like a shorter pan, then you could do it long ways. So that's going to be a process, guys. We're just going to add these on top, and then more of the ground beef, and then cheese, and then our lasagna. Our process is to put it in the oven for 375 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. So we're going to check on it until you see that it starts to bubble up. It's done. So that's going to be our next process. So stay tuned for that, guys. Do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to that button. And share, comment down below. And yeah, so we'll be back to this recipe or video. Okay, guys, this is the outcome of my lasagna. 375 degrees. I left it for 45 minutes until your cheese melts all the way, and it looks really good. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video lots of likes, comment, share, and don't forget to put your bell notification so you won't miss an upload of mine. And I'll be leaving all my social media links down below in the description box, so you guys can check on that and follow me on there as well. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this recipe.